students, last time we did Schrodinger equation which was time dependent. The next topic is time independent Schrodinger equation. So this was your equation which was time dependent. So now we are just transforming this equation to time independent one, like we are separating the space variable and the time variables. So for that, because in most problems potential energy is not a function of time, so now we are supposing psi in a way that it is a product of space variable only and time variable only. Okay, so psi and t are the function. Psi is a function of x only, or we can say it is based on purely on space variables, and t is a function of time only. So we are just going to fill psi x t as psi x multiplied by t, which is a function of t, in this equation. So after filling, what we are getting is, because it is differentiable with t, so psi x would come out as it is and dt by dt would remain. In this part, t function would come out because differentiation is with respect to x only. So this would be the resulting equation. So you know that here are two functions, psi x and tt. Okay, so we are just dividing this factor with the whole this equation to simplify it. So if I am dividing it by psi and t, I have written already, like I have did with the pencil. You can see that from here psi function would be cancelled, and from here t function would be cancelled, and with this term psi and t are both cancelled, because the whole equation is divided by only these factors. So after all this simplification, we are left with this t function. So this becomes, the equation becomes iota h cut by t dt by dt, here you can see, is equal to minus h cut square by 2m, and this psi is left here. So this is psi, and along with the double differentiation of psi with respect to x. So this is what we have, and here we have only v. Okay, so you can see that we have just simplified this equation to this equation, and here you can see that the only we have actually separated the variables. This function, this term on the left hand side is purely a function of time, because t depends on time only, and here also the variable t is present. So this is the function of t only, and this part is the function of x only, not t. So we have just separated this complex equation into this simple, comparatively this is a simple equation. So now what we are going to do, we are just equating this to a constant. We have taken the constant as E, which would eventually come out to be energy. So this is equal to E, we can write like this, and this part is also equal to E. So you can see there this right part is also equated, has been equated to E. So we have these two equations with us. So this equation is called one-dimensional time independent Schrodinger equation, because time is not here, because it is totally independent of time, and this is time independent equation, or we can also say like this is t equation. We generally name it as t equation. And in the next topic we are solving this equation to find the values of capital T. So here we go, like here we are separating capital T part and small t part. Okay, so this capital T would go here and dt would go there on the right hand side. So after integrating, 1 by t with respect to t would be log of t, and this would result to only t, because it is only dt is only present. So 1 is being integrated with respect to dt. So this is what we have. From that, because there is a log part, so to cancel this we are taking exponentials on both sides. So t would be equal to e raised to power minus iota et by h cut. So this is the solution of t equation. Okay, so this equation. As you know that we have multiplied these both functions to get this. So we have taken this to be equal to product of these two, psi x and tt. Here we have found the value of t. So we are just filling this value in this equation to get this. So psi x e raised to power minus iota et by h cut. This we have written as the same. So this is the complete wave equation for one dimensional time dependent Schrodinger equation. Okay. So as you can see that because t by this is et by h cut, this should be dimensionless. Okay. So it means E should have dimensions of energy. Okay, because h cut has the dimension of angular momentum, t has the dimensions of time. So when we will divide h cut by t, we will get 1 by e. Okay, sorry, we will get e, so that it must be dimensionless. So e has the dimensions of time. So we can say that this e is the total energy of the particle. So here we have just considered one simple solution. Now we are moving forward the general solution of the time dependent Schrodinger equation. Suppose we have this, because we have already derived this, and this is the solution of this. Okay, so psi x is the solution of time independent equation. This equation is homogeneous. As you can see, double differentiation is there. And it is linear equation, and it is of second order. You can see this. So for any given value of v, this equation has two solutions for each value of e. Psi has two values because it is a second order equation. Okay, so this is for only a given potential v. Because we have a value of e, there would have two values. If we will if you have a different values of energy, so for each e there would be two solutions. So it means there are so many solutions of this equation. Okay, so it means the time dependent Schrodinger equation has also infinite solutions. So there has lot of there are lot of solutions of this equation. So generally the solutions are denoted by the states. Okay, so here we are denoting the nth solution, we are denoting by psi n. So where n could be 1, 2, 3 up to n. So this is the allowed set for solutions of time independent Schrodinger equation. So this is the allowed set where we have just replaced psi xt by psi n because it is representing the nth state. Okay, so overall, because this is just one function, this is a one function, it should be combined in a linear way to find the total solution. Okay, so psi xt would be equal to c1 psi 1 plus c2 psi 2 up to cn psi n. So here we have considered n solution. So we are just adding, or we can say we are just superimposing all the functions to just one function. So this function could be written as a linear combination of all the wave function. So this is known as the principle of superposition of states. Okay, so this is the complete solution or the general solution of time dependent Schrodinger equation.